everybody, hopping back in to the Blitz pool, going up against an international master, Deep Rabbit. And let's see if we can have some fun against the Sicilian. Can we beat an IM with whatever this gambit is called? I've completely forgotten what its name is. Let's play Rook to B1. And the opponent does not take our knight. They know full well that it is quite a bit dangerous. I'm going to play here. And hope that I can play here. Because if you take this, my bishop is defended. And I'm hoping to remove the defender and win this guy. So how does black handle this exact position? Could be interesting. Part of me wanted the queen on c2 for any line where I actually end up taking this. Maybe my queen maintains pressure, but I think this should be fine. A lot of interesting tactics coming up. So I'm trying to force them to go here, after which I will take back. They'll need to find a square for the queen. And life goes on. Take a quick peek, do a little snooping. From Brazil, very good at every time control, as you might expect. So, yeah, I think they have to, right? Considering for a brief second whether I should take here first or not. And I'm going to try to win the light squared bishop. No, they do not give me that bishop. Okay. So for now, you can't go here. But after the bishop moves... interesting. Okay. Just want to get castled at some moment here. So maybe I go here first. Let me go here first. Gets rid of the bishops, which is good. Okay, maybe I can bring some pressure. So the argument is that this knight... Actually, I don't want to allow a pawn to come to h3. The knight is better than the bishop. That's the central argument. Which is, you know, it's a good argument. I'll be trying to argue against it as this game goes on. But let me... If you're not going to take my bishop... then I can play bishop to b4. And now if you take, maybe I can get some pressure on this c-pawn. And hopefully I've improved the position of my bishop. Okay. Interesting. Because you have to go here, so I don't know. All right. Just doing a little dance. Either I'm coming in or I'm going to stay here. And I feel like the knight has been pretty properly boxed out, although it remains a potentially strong piece. I don't know, at some point, this knight will somehow maneuver into the game, I'm sure. Okay. So I'm keeping an eye on this guy. This guy is still weak. If you're not going to take my bishop, I can go here. If you do take... Which way should I take back? You're not going to take, though. I'm not worried about it because you're not going to take. Interesting. Okay, keep the king out. Are you trying to push and play g5, make some sort of passer? I'd be able to take and then play here. This is well done, though. Okay, let's get back because we might need to retreat all the way. Bishop guards this square. King now tries to run over. Okay, keep this pawn stuck and then go after this guy. Knight really isn't improving. Everything's protected. Oh, shoot. No, wait, I'm gonna lose. Wait, what? What? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Things are getting funky. I'm still on the rook. Wow, we tick down. International master. Well, this is pretty fun little gambit. So the first thing that happened here was our opponent was aware of our devious tricks, and you can take this, which is most popular, but of course, I know I've mentioned it a million times on this channel, but if you haven't heard it before, there's this idea of d5, where you need to keep the knight where it is and the position remains around equal, but a large number of people will be, I should not spoil it, will be convinced to keep this knight around, obviously, like that's the point, you want to keep the knight around, but after queen to c2, you introduce the idea of attacking this bishop, while also introducing threats such as bishop to b5, followed by bishop to b4 in order to win the queen. And a popular way of losing is after bishop d7, not immediately going after the queen, but there's also here, which often results in a big mistake by black, knight to f6, followed by queen to c8. And this is actually a checkmate due to the pin on the bishop. So a lot of people have lost to this nice little trap. Well, my opponent seemed to be ready for that, and they played e6, defending against it. So they seem to know what they're doing. And let's see how well we played this opening. So this is actually possibly good for black if played correctly. Oh, that's right. There is this rook takes b4. Ah, I was looking at this, and I need to play this next time because it's way cooler. After knight takes, you now can play d5. And let's just follow it. It leads to like some insane lines that I'm not sure I'll ever memorize. It's just simply very complicated stuff. But it all leads to a very fun time. You can go here, and I think it actually is very difficult for black to defend this kind of position. So we're introducing this as a threat. We might have other threats as well, such as bishop to b5. And man, you're down so much material. But it's so hard to play this as black. So this is definitely worth taking a look at in the future. But for this time, we're going to stay with what we played in this game. We got a lot to study. And we actually got to, I guess, a very interesting position. We went after this guy immediately. I was hoping that he had to play bishop to d7 and I would be able to take it right away. But he doesn't. So my move is actually a big mistake. And then maybe I should actually take with my bishop. This knight ended up being a lot stronger than I thought. Although I think I was always able to kind of deal with all of the problems that came from it. I just want to see if there's anything major. So his knight is dominating my bishop, which is the main problem that I have in this position. But I was able to kind of maneuver around with it for a little bit, and it wasn't so easy because I'm keeping pressure on this guy and this guy. So it becomes kind of difficult for him to make progress. Somehow there is a way, and he eventually came up with a pretty good idea of pushing this g-pawn, which makes a lot of sense. I decided that I could go after this pawn. Maybe king to g6 right away is a little bit better. He was playing for some tricks. He was hoping that I would take this so that he could go back, check, and that would actually blunder my rook, even if I decide to go here. Now this knight shows just how strong it is with this fork. So he was setting up this little cheapo against me, but I managed not to fall for it this time. And he actually now is starting to get me pretty good. He has some way. Okay, he should start by bringing this guy into the game. Probably if he brings this rook into the game somewhere, I could end up getting into a lot of trouble, but fortunately, that's not exactly what happened here. We were able to get a stable position. He's down to 10 seconds. He's got to move very quickly, and I blundered yet again, falling for another little trick after here. I can't take this with my pawn or my king because everything is just kind of defended. So a big mistake by me. But fortunately, there was not a lot of time left. So not a perfect game, and definitely leaves me with a desire to play kind of a more interesting variation the next time that I ever do face this. So if I do face anybody in the future, look forward to rook takes b4. And if you do want to know when I do it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you later.